Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you. So today we are going to talk about the relationship between cholesterol and testosterone. Now, part of the journey that we go through to achieve a better body is maximizing nutrients through the foods that we eat. Now, a supplement should support the nutrients you obtain through your diet, but not replace them. Testosterone is the dominant male hormone that provides us with our masculine traits, muscle mass, strength, libido, and health. But how does cholesterol affect our testosterone levels? So in this video, all right, we're going to take a look at cholesterol. We're going to analyze why it's important for boosting testosterone levels, as well as which foods that you should choose to support your goals. So let's just start off the jump. What is cholesterol? It's a lipid. It's a fatty substance that forms part of every cell's outer membrane, and it's made by the liver but also obtained through the foods that we eat. Now, all lipids are made from fat, so they cannot travel well within the blood unless they're emulsified. Remember that blood is mostly water, and oil and water don't mix well, so in order for it to travel into the bloodstream, it's packaged up within proteins. This combination of protein and fat is referred to as a lipoprotein. Now, there are 5 main types of lipoproteins, but we're going to focus on 2 here, and that's the low-density lipoprotein, or your LDL, and your HDL, which is your high-density lipoprotein, and both of these help transport cholesterol in the blood. Now, HDLs are going to help take lipids back to the liver where they can be passed out of the body as waste. Now, LDL takes it to the cells that need it, but if the cells are full, then they can collect on the walls of the arteries. Now, HDL is often referred to as the good cholesterol and LDL as the bad cholesterol due to the roles that they play, but regardless of whether the lipoprotein is high or low density, the cholesterol component remains the same. Both are extremely important for normal, healthy, functioning cells, so it's a little misleading to label them in such a way, just a little bit. It can be confusing. Cholesterol is a precursor for the synthesis of many compounds that would include things like vitamin D, as well as the hormones of the adrenal glands, your sex hormones, and of course, testosterone. So, let's talk about the link between testosterone and cholesterol. Testosterone and cholesterol are both classified as steroids because they share a similar steroid ring chemical structure. Now, as do all other steroid hormones. Cholesterol is the parent compound of all steroid hormones, including testosterone, because it's needed to form all steroid hormones, and this is what makes it sterile. Now, in order to convert into testosterone, once synthesized in the liver, it's converted into pregnenolone by an enzyme called cytochrome P450. So from there, it actually converts into other hormones, things like androstenedione, eventually ending up as testosterone. Now, the lipid is an autoregulatory, so what this means is if your cells are running low, then your liver is going to make more. But some cells need an extra supply, so without available cholesterol, we cannot synthesize enough pregnenolone, testosterone, or any other steroid hormone for that matter. So, without enough testosterone, your body cannot function optimally, and you're going to lose strength and muscle mass, your libido is going to plummet, and your long-term health risks with weak bones and cardiovascular risk are going to increase. Now, there was a study that was done in arteriosclerosis and thrombosis, and it has identified a positive correlation between HDL and testosterone levels in men, and the results actually echoed in other studies as well. So, a large study of about 300 men found that total testosterone concentrations had a persistent and positive association with HDLs, while at the same time having little relationship to body mass. This shows that a high-fat diet doesn't necessarily mean that you'll pack on body fat. Now, low-fat diets have been found to decrease testosterone levels. There was a study done by Wang, and it found that by asking men to eat a low-fat, high-fiber diet for 8 weeks, testosterone levels went down by about 12%. So, high-fat diets are essential for maintaining and optimizing your testosterone levels. So, in other words, you need to get enough in your diet. So let's talk about a few cholesterol foods that boost testosterone. When it comes to dietary cholesterol, it's all down to the type of fat you eat. Other than minuscule amounts found in like oils and plants, you'll pretty much get all your needs from animal products. The best cholesterol containing foods are typically higher in saturated fats. So here's a breakdown of some foods that I recommend. Eggs, and this is at the top of the list of cholesterol boosting foods. So it's a testosterone boosting animal product, and it's going to provide you with a range of nutrients, vitamin A, D, and E, as well as the mineral selenium, which is a really strong antioxidant. Eggs, each egg that you eat is going to provide you with around 5 grams of fat. So you'll get a decent amount of HDLs, most of which is in the yolk of the egg. So in that regard, you may not just want to eat the whites. Now, upping your fat intake by eating eggs on a regular basis while reducing carbohydrates has been found to not only increase your HDL, but also decrease insulin sensitivity. Organ meats are another one. Theories exist that organ meats were, a much larger part of our diets as hunters and gatherers than it is now. But apparently, our teeth tell the story, and we wouldn't be suited to eat, this tough outer layer of an animal if we didn't have those kind of teeth. So while not to everyone's taste and not really to mine, kidneys and heart are a great source of cholesterol. I'm just giving you the facts. And saturated fat, as well as B vitamins, zinc, creatine, choline, which is great for your brain health as well. Organ meat contains CoQ10 as well, which is a really effective antioxidant involved in energy production. And it also happens to be an expensive supplement to purchase as well. So liver and kidneys are pretty cheap to buy if you can stomach them. Beef is another one, really popular red meat, great source of protein and saturated fat, zinc, vitamin D, magnesium. In reality, I could suggest a range of red and dark meats like lamb, bison, but just do it based on availability, cost, and accessibility. And shrimp is also another good option. All right, it's packed full of D3, which is synthesized through cholesterol, and it's often referred to as the 6th steroid hormone. Blue cheese, strangely enough, is another one. There are endless amounts and choices of cheese, and they all have high levels of saturated fats and cholesterol. But blue cheese also contains bacteria in the form of probiotics. So these are very effective at lowering cortisol, which has a negative effect on testosterone. So that, everyone, is the relationship between testosterone and cholesterol. I thought that would be extremely informative. I feel like there's a ton of information given, and it should have you fully educated on the relationship. So, that being said, stay tuned for plenty more to come. Dylan Gemelli, signing off.